Everyone talks about food security, but the truth is that food storage is actually food security. If there is no food stored, there is no security of food. All across Africa, we lose about 200 million metric tons of food due to lack of storage. So it has become important that that 200 million is saved and it becomes food for national consumption across different countries. And in Nigeria, we lose about 50% of our fresh fruit and vegetables harvest every year. And that's a very conservative estimate. A problem that affects 93 million Nigerian smallholder farmers. And because of this problem, it is very difficult for us to achieve food security in Nigeria. Within our company Cold Hubs in 2019, we were able to save 20,400 tons of food across all our cold rooms. That means 20,400 tons of fresh food available for consumption by Nigerians. The impact of COVID-19 on food storage cannot be overemphasized. There was general lockdown across the country. Movement was restricted from farmers who want to convey their produce to the markets. And movement was also restricted for wholesalers and retailers who want to come to the market to purchase some of those food items being brought by farmers. Trucks were stopped on the highways. So most of the food that the trucks were conveying from point A to point B got spoiled on the road. There is no need to restrict trucks conveying food. Food is as important as medicine. So food has to be categorized as number one essential, duty or service. There was no need to lock down markets that are selling food or supplying food to household and consumers. And when they are unable to access that food, you see that people start agitating and people start disobeying the lockdown rules. The movement of retailers and wholesalers from big markets to roadside markets was not well planned. But I think there's a lot of work to be done. I think that both government, civil society, and all stakeholders within the COVID-19 response chain should recategorize food as a key element, not only in prevention, in creative purposes, but for resilience purposes. What we need is an effective mechanism, an effective supply chain that will enable us to store food at production sites, which are the farm clusters and produce aggregation centers. Store food on the road using sustainable refrigerated trucks, and also store food at the consumption sites, which are the markets. So we can actually store food at 3 key points within the food supply chain as long as possible. Whether we're on a 9 weeks lockdown, a 12 weeks lockdown, a 24 weeks lockdown, we will have food available that can be distributed to people who are staying at home.